Това видео достига до вас благодарение на Project Audio Systems, аудиотехника, Sennheiser, Goldring, QED и Q-Acoustics.
Здравейте, приятели, аз съм Тони от Music High End. Имам честа да говоря с човек, който е от северна нас държава, именно от Румъния. И това е именно Антонио Мезе, основателят на Meze Audio. Както говорихме преди, интервюто ще бъде направено на английски, тъй че за неанглоговорящите съжаляваме, мъчим да направим нещо. So, switching now to English. First of all, Antonio, thank you very much for the time spent here.
Thank you for coming.
And for the time with our community. Just wanted to ask you a few questions because, being part of the Balkan region, this is huge. What you're doing and seeing all this new nice product which we're going to speak about, it is really interesting for us. So, how did you start it? In 2011 it was founded, right?
Yeah, 2011.
And what was the inspiration to start?
My intention was to make my own product, start to finish. I'm an industrial designer. Normally, as an industrial designer, you get a brief, you execute a project, and then it gets taken into manufacturing by another team, an engineering team. So I wanted to do the whole thing, like have the concept, but then take it all the way to manufacturing. So actually, my intention was just to make my own product. But then to do your own product, it means your own brand, and it means owning a company. So I ended up starting a company, but actually that was not the initial intent. So the why these headphones, it's because I always had this guitar that I really loved and I was really attracted to. It was very warm and full of life, but the headphones I was using were always just a black utilitarian tool. And I thought that headphones should also have this kind of life, have this kind of beauty embedded in them, this touch and feel, so you can build a relationship with it. It's not just a tool, it's a meaningful object.
And the design is something quite catchy. I don't believe that there is even in this price range, like the 99 Quest, which is now 7-8 years old, it's
9 years
quite
old.
Unique design, and in this price range is something unbelievable.
Yeah, so my design intent was to create something that is unlikely. Most design jobs are done based on market research. So many new designs end up looking like existing designs in the market because marketing and whoever does the research usually concludes that, if something sells, we can do more of the same and it will sell more. I tried to approach it from a different angle and create something that is very unlikely that would be done unless I do it. So that's kind of my intention. And that's why the headphones look quite apart from typical headphones. So the whole design language, the assembly type, the mechanisms, and the materials we use are not typical for headphones.
Yeah.
And so obviously this makes it stand out, and it gave us this special positioning.
And we made this nice video when we visit the factory in Via Mare. I was very surprised because the whole surrounding, everybody was so, it's like a IT startup kind of, where people are so chill. One guy.
Yeah, it's like a startup still.
Yeah, and it's so without tension, everybody, and it was passionate, and the R&D and the production was so close to one another.
Yeah, it really helps to have the assembly and the industrial design team in the same building, because you get this direct feel of what your decisions turn into. Typically, design happens somewhere and then assembly on a different area altogether, so you don't get the direct understanding of your actions as an engineer or designer. So this really helped us, yes.
Yeah, and then the whole community together. I know that you're doing even barbecues together, the whole team. It's quite how tight the whole team is together.
Yeah, because it didn't start with a plan of a company or a plan of a business. It kind of started with a dream, which maybe was somewhat naive, but because everybody had appetite for what we were doing, it works, because everybody gives their best. So it's not the type of approach you learn in a business school, but then it did turn into a working business, and it's quite healthy and it's a fun place to work.
We can say quite successful, seeing that all this the booth of Meze really is showcased with the art, the design, and it's like really not only for the ears but for the eyes as well. And speaking about that, like, which is your favorite? Not favorite. It's not fair, but perhaps. Which is your headphones that you use daily usually?
Well, right now it's the new model 109 IR. I'm always using it before going to production because we have to figure out flaws. But also this new model, I think it's actually a very versatile and very good mix of features because it's based on the 109 Pro, but it's actually a bit lighter by 40 grams, so it's even more comfortable. And it uses the same driver family as the 109 Pro, just without the beryllium coating and the aluminum chassis. So in a way, it has a very good DNA, but now we made it much more affordable at about half the price of the 109 Pro.
It's still dynamic driver.
Yes, it's the same driver structure with a few different features.
And one thing which we always say to our customers is, even if you lose a screw or somebody child plays, we can order this specific part.
Yes, so all our products were made in this way up to today, where you can disassemble it and change any part if it's necessary. It's part of our design philosophy.
And you also introduced a new product, which is another new product. I mean, other than 105, the in-ear monitor.
Yes, we have. So we have a new pair of in-ear monitors. Right now, in the era where everyone is doing true wireless headphones, we think that to get the highest quality sound, actually you still need the wire. Me personally, I don't mind the wire because it sits comfortably and I don't lose it. True wireless, to me, it happens often. It falls out on the floor and it gets damaged or something. This one, I think it's probably our best IEM up to today when you take into account the ratio between quality of sound and price. So I'm really, really happy about it. And the other very cool thing is that now we have a dedicated team for IEMs. And also, beyond the industrial design, the shape, which I did long time ago for Advar, everything else in this IEM was done by my team without my intervention. So I'm super happy that now we start to build a team where people take charge of the projects. So the sound in this and the final color and the packaging, it has nothing to do with me. So this is really, really cool. Now we're growing a team where different people can lead projects.
And this actually reminds me about another company, which like Sennheiser, which was founded like in the 40s. And again, company name brand, but everything was built first in Germany, like similar to Romania. Then some of the products were done in China, and now it's been outgrown the name. So we're really looking for the future, like the legacy, what will happen 40, 50, probably years, we'll see.
I don't know exactly what will be 10 years from now or 20 years from now. For sure, we'll try to continue, building on the same values and try to enjoy the process. And hopefully I wish that the company stays privately owned and stays not very big, maybe stays in a similar size and focuses on the quality. So I really believe that the best way to be sustainable as a company is by doing quality, not necessarily quantity. And if there will be growth, it will come naturally anyway, which is what happened for 12 years. So all these 12 years, we grew in a very organic way. We never had a pushy attitude in the market. We never did this kind of push marketing. It was always like based on the quality of the product. So if you do good product, typically the market responds. You don't have to do crazy endorsements and marketing push
And really interesting to see, like, we're greedy people, and we always speak with your team saying like about the true wireless, and the team always responds, until we're making sure that quality is there, we'll not make true wireless. Even though there is this push.
So true wireless, I mean, I don't think it fits small companies. Not just us, but many companies that are here, they're not suited to make certain type of projects because true wireless is a very technology-dependent product, so then it's very seasonal. So whoever starts a true wireless project will invest a lot of money right at the beginning, like a lot of money, which is a lot for a small company. It's really high risk because if the product is not successful, which is very possible, because the big players kind of take the whole pie. Let's say you're in a store, there's only room for a few brands. and those are the major players. So if a small brand comes with something, there's not really room for it actually. There's too many small players. And so all that initial investment that you do, unless you recover it within a year, it's kind of over.
Yeah.
You lost the money because within a year there's already a new chipset or a new codec, or people wait for the second generation, or they'll just move their attention to somewhere else. So we're not part of that very fast-moving consumer product world.
For me personally, it would be very interesting to see like a DAC with an amp together, so we can have a true signature Meze audio sound. Because we cooperate in the past with companies like IFI, which have the amp, but it would be very interesting personally to see probably in the next years.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes my team talks about it. We might do it. I don't know. I mean, at this point, nothing is fixed in this direction. But thank you for the suggestion.
Final 3 questions: analog or digital audio source?
Sorry, again?
Analog or digital audio source? Which one do you prefer?
I use both, and honestly, I'm using mostly digital because I'm always moving and traveling and everything. But it's really, really nice to sometimes use an analog source when you're at home and you actually have time. So ideally, you can build your life in a way that you actually have time to put on a vinyl or something.
Yeah.
But
to put in the mood.
Sorry?
To be in the mood, to have the time.
Be in the mood and to have the time and the space, and
Yeah. And if you can describe Meze audio with 3 words, what will those be?
Okay. What comes to me now is a company with soul.
Company with soul, yeah.
Let's say organization with soul. I actually don't like the word company. It sounds too businessy.
Corporate.
Organization with soul.
I would really like to thank you for your time here, and this is much appreciated that you're able to spend the time with our community.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it, and
thank you very much.
Аз бях Тони, до следващото време.